Amazon.com's Nikolai Adams here with Christian de la Cortina.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining me here. We just finished a special screening of your film, Generation Wolf,
Yes.
proudly displayed behind us. Let's start with that then. Take us through making an independent film in Quebec in Canada, and the challenges and kind of the joy of it as well.
Well, it's not an easy thing, but nothing is easy in life. You know, you got to fight for what you want, and so we worked really hard to get the money. Well, first write a good script. I think for a great indie movie, you need a good script and good actors. And I was blessed to find the actors that I was able to cast. And I worked 2 years on the script with Frank Bayless. So I'm really happy with the result. Personally, like when you make a movie, your reward is the end result, and sometimes it might happen that you don't like it and stuff like that. So in the first editing, first cut, I felt that I needed some stuff, transition scenes, and so I reshot some stuff until I got to the point where I was really happy. And I've also learned that I knew that, but you see it live. A movie breathes; it's alive. If you change one scene, the music, it's a different movie. So it breathes on its own, and it has a life on its own, a movie, depending on, there's so many layers, light, music, acting, everything, sound. So every time we went further in the process, the quality was getting better and better. So let's say acting was good, then first cut, third cut, final cut, then it was even better, then the music, then the sound we did in Toronto. So this is the final product that we have here, and I think we're proud of it.
Now speak to kind of doing it all. You produced, you co-wrote, you directed, you acted, and what are the challenges of having to kind of juggle all of those balls?
Well, producing was my wife, and I had other producers, so that was a good thing. Writing was before production, so it's okay. So I did directing and acting, and I'm comfortable with that. The only challenge is that people normally don't believe that someone can do directing and acting. A lot of people, they have doubts. But then you gotta, even your actors, they gotta trust you and then understand that they're working with an actor-director. And, names such as Tyler Perry and Matt Damon and all these guys, they come up, to look, I want to do what they're doing as well, and people now are open to this way better than maybe a couple of years ago. So it's good to have my role models are these guys like Tyler Perry, and I've learned a lot from this guy, reading about him and telling that you gotta fight and also be the one who owns a boat, and there's nothing wrong in writing and directing and acting, and that's it.
Now I read online that Michael Madsen was supposed to be in this.
He was in the movie, actually.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah. I filmed with him. It was an honor filming with this guy in Montreal, but the scene didn't fit because it was kind of a fourth act in the end. And I didn't like it, and I just decided that even if I had an amazing actor such as Michael Madsen, I just didn't want to kind of destroy the film, the story, because it was a problem with the story, not the acting. So it made the movie too long. Kind of after the resolution, we had this guy coming in and stuff. It didn't fit quite well, so I had to take the difficult decision to take that scene out.
Very tough decision.
And for a long term, for the film, for a longevity, was it?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Now, obviously, you would probably coin this a thriller. How did you kind of build that suspense? What did you do with editing, with directing? How did you? Obviously, music plays a big part of it. But what did you do to try to kind of nourish that?
I don't know. I mean, I love thrillers. This is, if you ask me to do comedy, I don't think I can do it. I mean, I like thrillers, and it's part of me, and I like to entertain and surprise people. So it was, I think, the base was the script, and then the actors came in. I mean, all the actors did a fantastic job, so it really helped, And then all the right moments came also in the editing. So step by step, we brought the film to a good thriller, but it's also a human film. That's what I like about this film. There's a father and son relationship, and I'm proud of that, and I think people relate to the characters because there's a human side of it, not only like suspense and stuff. So I think this is the strength of Generation Wolf.
And can you explain perhaps Generation Wolf for people who may be confused by that title, especially after seeing it?
Yeah, well, Generation Wolf means all the characters in the film are like wolves. Even the girl who's a businesswoman, she's career oriented. She's like a wolf. The father used to be a wolf, but he's not.
Excuse me.
Vincent Del Toro is a wolf. You know, he fights for what he wants. All the characters in the film are wolves. It's like a wolf pack. So we call it Generation Wolf.
Oh, jeez.
You know?
Tickle in my throat, sorry.
You're not going to die on me.
No, I'm not going to die. Not before I read the review on your film. Okay, so let's go to my favorite question. One of your favorite films.
One of my favorite films is Carlito's Way. If I had to go on the spaceship for like 20 years, I would bring that film with me.
So
it's amazing.
Again, is it the whole package? Like, talk about it. What kind of draws you to it that you could be on a spaceship for 20 years enjoying
I
it?
think the acting, the character Carlito Brigante, played by Al Pacino, is so amazing. He's like a cool guy, always like alpha male, but nice, humble. He plays really, and the whole story. You know, that movie was also an inspiration for me. You know, because Bill, the character Bill, he's a nice guy, friendly guy who becomes really evil. And I took also inspiration on that film about Sean Penn's character, who was like nice and then he became like hypocrite.
I saw that with Tyler Murray. There was a correlation there in the character, the way you wrote it. Sorry.
Exactly. So that was a part of my inspiration, because it's always nice to see a character who's nice and then becomes bad, you know? Yeah.
Now speak about Brian De Palma. Do you take any influence from a director like that, who's obviously had a very long career and a talented career, but obviously some people have kind of complained that he steals a little bit too much from someone like Alfred Hitchcock?
Well, I don't know. I mean, every director has his own talent, I think. He's not the only one I like. I really like Scorsese. He's one of my favorite. He has so many great films. But I like Carlito's Way particularly. I really love that film. Another film that I saw lately is A Most Violent Year.
Oh, yes?
Great film. So, yeah. I like thrillers, but that are also human. And that's what I like about Carlito's Way. He was human. He had a goal, a human goal, you know.
And there's so many great little performances in there. I love Viggo Mortensen's performance in that as well.
Amazing, yeah. And Pachanga. The old guy, like,
of course.
Hey, Carlito. Yeah, really good stuff.
And a powerful ending, too.
Yes. And I
won't spoil it.
No, and I felt related to that film because it's also a little bit Hispanic and stuff. So, and nowadays it's more open to it, but you know, it's good to have films like this. So.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much for
this.
Thanks,
Nikolai.
Best of luck with this film.
Thank you so much.
And I guess we'll keep in touch and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks so
much. Thank you.